TYT Sports Playoff Edition, previewing the Bengals with Mo Egger of ESPN 1530. Mo, how are you today, man?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing great. The last time we talked, it was prior to the season, and you gave us some of the best quotes that TYT Sports has ever seen regarding a team and an owner and their fans. Can you give me your thoughts right now on this team making the postseason?
Flabbergasted. You know, a year ago today, we sat in an interview room at Paul Brown Stadium, and we listened to Mike Brown and Marvin Lewis defiantly defend years of failed football and business practices. And you couldn't have convinced me for all the money in the world that this team would be sitting on the verge of their first playoff game or their third playoff game over the last 21 years. This coming week. It's really been a remarkable turnaround over the course of the last 365 days. They've made so many improvements to the roster. They still have a lot of structural deficiencies, but their one-year turnaround has really been nothing short of remarkable, and they deserve a lot of credit for it.
Marvin Lewis, 9 years, 3 playoff appearances, both losses in the wild card round. Their combined score in those 2 games are 31 points. Obviously, they go to Houston. They take on another rookie quarterback, TJ Yates, and the Texans. How exactly do you feel about this one, Mo? What do you think it'll come down to?
I think it's going to come down to their ability to slow down Andre Johnson and Owen Daniels. If you look at the first game, Andre Johnson didn't play. Owen Daniels still had a big game, 7 catches for 100 yards. This is not a team that defends the tight end very well. This is not a team that defends the middle of the field very well. And Andre Johnson didn't play in that first game. And so you take one of the NFL's best wide receivers, combine it with the fact that the Bengals are playing without their best defensive back in Leon Hall. If they take him away, how much does Owen Daniels beat him deep? And if this team focuses too much on stopping Owen Daniels in the middle of the field, does Andre Johnson beat him deep? And I think it's also going to be incumbent upon Houston to stop the Bengals' pass rush. The first time these teams played a game that the Texans won by a point, the Bengals did have 5 sacks. If they're able to put the same type of pressure on TJ Yates, they're going to have a better chance to slow down what Houston's going to try to do in the air. And then obviously from the Texans' standpoint, they want to get Arian Foster and Ben Tate going. If you look at what the Ravens did last week against them, Ray Rice had a field day. If Tate and Foster combine to do what Ray Rice did this past Sunday, the Bengals will not win.
With 2 rookie quarterbacks, it seems, at least to me, that the running game will be emphasized on both sides. How exactly do the Bengals contain Arian Foster and Ben Tate?
That's a great question. I think if you look at what this team did defensively most of the season, they did a pretty good job against the other team's running backs. But they haven't seen it seem like Arian Foster and Ben Tate a combo like that. First time these 2 teams played, they held Foster to under 3 yards to carry, but Ben Tate gashed him on the ground. I think this is a defense that when they're not at their best, it is a bunch of guys who are trying to do a little bit too much. And when they've been there at their best, they've been very, very disciplined, and they've also gotten great push up the middle. This is a pretty good Bengals defensive line. If Domata Peko and Geno Atkins are controlling the line of scrimmage and allowing linebackers to come down and make plays and get tackles for losses, they're going to be okay. If those 2 players at the point of attack are not winning, Tate and Foster can have big days against this defense.
A.J. Green, obviously he's not 100%. He's playing with a bum shoulder. If you could give me a percentage, 0 to 100, on how healthy he is exactly going into this game, what would it be?
Well, I would say it's probably about 80%. But the problem is what it affects is what he does best. It affects him getting his arms up in the air and getting the jump ball. I think a couple of weeks has helped. I mean, he's not practicing all that much. I think that the 2 weeks between the injury and now have helped the healing process. But every time he raises his arm to go get a ball downfield, it affects what he's trying to do. And so, I don't know that it affects the intermediate stuff. I don't know that it affects his ability to run routes. It certainly doesn't. I don't think it affects his ability to catch balls, 8 to 10 yards out. But what you use A.J. Green for is have him jump up and go get it. And if you can't raise your arm above your head to the extent that you would like, it's hard to jump up and go get it.
Mo, last question for you. The Bengals, obviously, after starting 6-2, have dropped 5 of their final 8 games, 0-7 against teams in the playoffs this year. With all bias aside, what is your prediction for this game?
I've gone back and forth, and between now and kickoff, I'll probably go back and forth time and again. I feel like they're going to figure out a way to win the football game because I think they're going to get a lot of pressure on TJ Yates. This is not a Texans team that's gone in with a lot of momentum. They've struggled over the last 3 games and slowing down opposing teams' running games. I think Cedric Benson's going to have a productive day, not necessarily a huge day, but a productive day. I think Andy Dalton is going to be put in a lot of positions in which he can succeed. I think they're going to control the clock. I think they're going to control the football. I think they're going to win a really low-scoring, tight, competitive game. I'll say a 17-16, 17-14 type game in Houston. But that said, I'd hardly be surprised if the Texans won this one.